And we are back for the final DME game of day 2 of the second annual Beach and Ball Classic. It is DME Post-Grad Blue taking on Combine Academy out of Charlotte, North Carolina. It'll be a very tough contest for DME. DME, although undefeated against post-grad opponents, they've lost a couple games against college opponents, still have not lost to a post-grad program. Coach Kenner, what do you expect out of this DME team today against Combine?
First thing is going to be defense. They're going to try to get back and stop everything in transition. Coach West he has emphasized that. He has stressed that enough to his guys, and they've shown that they have done a better job at preventing teams from getting easy point in transition. Offensively, they're going to share the ball. They're going to move around. Keegan's going to get his. Chris is going to get his. We're going to find DJ also. The guards play. Going to look to attack as well. And I really want to see what this combine is going to be able to do here. We come out in 6'8", 6'8", 6'7", 6'6", 6 foot. So we got a lot of length here.
And it starts off with a three-pointer right there, and that's Solomon. That's not how you want to start off the game, with a middle drive and then a three-pointer. And Combine looks like they're in a zone here.
1-3-1.
1-3-1 zone.
They kind of took that from our playbook.
Yeah. And what a tip-in by Jorge to start the game. Beautiful, like a volleyball smack.
I like that.
Right in.
He's locked in. We talked earlier. He told me, Coach, I'm locked in. And that's something about Jorge. You know, he's going to do all the little things on the backside. He really complements this team here.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't overdo things. He plays within his lane, and we talk about that all the time because that can easily shoot you out of a scholarship.
Yep. And that is Blackwell at the line. Michi picked up a quick foul. I'm not sure what the pick and roll coverage is for DME, but it wasn't very good on that one.
Yeah.
Letting them get downhill.
I would like to see them blitz like they did last night.
Yep. Keegan had a big game yesterday. I'd expect to see him shoot Combine right out of this 1-3-1. Right now it looks like Michi takes the long three, and that'll be out of bounds. It'll be Combine ball.
I like what Combine is doing right now. They are telling DME, you're not going to get runouts. You're not going to get transition stuff on us. We're going to make you play the whole 30-second shot clock as Combine just comes down on the three here by number 1. Who was that?
That's Brown.
Mr. Brown from downtown.
And DME has not had a big test like this since Montverde.
That is true.
They haven't had a really good opponent, especially not in this building. So I'm excited to see them with a little fight from the other team. Yesterday they won to Victory Rock. It was like by 40-plus points.
Right.
So it'll be exciting to see them play against a very tough opponent in Combine.
Right now, our rotation is not good on drives. When they're attacking, that weak side rotation's got to be better and help on that. But then again, also you got to sit down and lock in and say, hey, you're not going to drive on me.
Yep. That's part of it. And look at Chris Murray flying for the block, and Jorge in transition gets out ahead, but his ball is deflected out of bounds. Still DME basketball.
Chris is coming into his own, man. I really like it. He is really showing that he can be a big-time forward guy that's going to rebound, block shots, get in there and just grind as Keegan takes a three in the corner there off of a good inbounds play, just didn't drop.
Yeah, I really like the Twins. They're different. They look alike, but their games are different.
Yes. Yeah.
Chris to me is the better defender as man. Solomon knocks down his second three, and I think that's 3 threes for Combine early. But Keegan here, he's the aggressive, he's the scorer, and the soft touch around the basket. So they're different, both very, very impressive, smart players, and I expect a lot out of them today against Combine.
High basketball IQ guys. You don't see a lot of motion from them. They kind of they stay even keel throughout the entire game. They don't get too high or get too low. As number 4 takes another 3, that's a heat check for him. And here comes Chris with the defensive rebound pushing in the transition. Guess who he finds?
Keegan for 3, no good. That was a deep one. Keegan 0 for 2 from 3. Don't expect that to last long. He can really catch fire from deep, and that's not the guy you want to leave open. Solomon starting off hot with 9 points now. And DME down 10. They have not faced an opponent like this yet.
No. But once again, I know it's early, Coach. Basketball is a game of runs, and I like this. You know, this right here is going to test our adversity. You know, when things aren't going your way, how do you respond? When somebody else makes a good run, how do you respond to it? And right now, that was a great time out by Coach West trying to regroup his guys and let them know, hey, look, we're getting great looks. We're running our stuff. That's not the problem. The problem's on the other end where you got to find it. This guy is hot in Frago. You know, we got to find this guy and running him off in our rotations got to be better. Everybody's got to be willing to play hard on defense.
Yep, definitely. On the defensive end is what's hurting them right now. And the one thing for this post-grad blue team is they're so deep. Like, a lot of teams, they have 5, 6, you know, if they're lucky, really good guys. And this team, when he subs, they don't really skip a beat.
That is so true.
And right there, Keegan 0 for 3 now from 3. Although I think those are all good looks. I don't think Coach West can really ask for anything better. Nice shot there. This is a really talented team. That's Black with his first bucket.
Where are they from?
Yeah, this is a talented Combine team. They're from Charlotte. They're from
Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's Jorge in the corner. And he comes up with his own rebound and finds Chris, who finishes it.
Simple play. Nice job by Jorge with the assist there. Once again, cleaning up on the glass. I told you, Jorge he's a role player, and he does his job really, really well at times.
Oh, my. And that is Blackwell with a triple. And DME down 13 early. Real early. 0 for 3, 0 for 4 now for Keegan. He's struggling a little bit from the arc.
Now, here comes Combine attacking, and they're just getting anything they want right now.
And when that 3 ball is not falling for DME, you know, they're struggling a little bit.
I would like to see us go inside. Stop selling for 3s right now. DJ's got a mismatch on there if he stays low. He's got the smallest guy. They need to feed it to DJ or Chris or Keegan. We need to get inside.
I agree with you completely. And in comes Trey and Dalf. I think Coach going to Dalf early here because he can really shoot the ball. We're struggling shooting the ball from the perimeter. And I think Dalf hopefully will give us a lift off the bench.
I like those 2 point guards. They're so different. And one, it's like having a changeup and then a fastball.
Yep.
You know.
And there's Trey coming off the bench, getting to the basket. But man, this is a very talented Combine team.
Yeah.
You know, I know that they usually have good teams, but I did not expect them to come out and really punch this blue team
in the
quickly.
mouth. Yep.
But right on cue, Dalf off the bench, unable to finish the triple.
We got to stop this here.
Extra pass, 3-pointer, no good. Keegan with the rebound. Up to his brother, running the floor hard, and it's blocked out of bounds. Nothing easy on that end.
Combine came to play, and they are bringing it. I like this intensity they bring it. I don't think we've seen another program that's brought this much intensity against our blue team.
Yeah, and there's a turnover for DME.
I'm almost confused as where's our blue team?
Three-pointer finally misses for Combine. And one thing that if I'm Coach West, I'm telling my team, guys, listen, their threes are not going to continue to fall like this.
That is true.
Stay the course. Keep believing. Don't lose faith. And I think, Coach West going to his bench early here, hopefully they can give him a lift.
Like Combine decided to get out to 1-3-1. I'm not sure why, but they're in the man.
Nice pass there by Delph. And Jorge called for the charge. They're everywhere. I mean, offensively, defensively, this Combine team is impressive. And part of it is they're feeling it. They're feeling confident. They're off to a quick start. It started with Solomon, then it was Blackwell, then it was, everybody feeling good.
Energy and effort. They are bringing it, and right now Coach West is trying to ask his team to match their intensity. You can't sit there and be pity-pouting about stuff not going your way right now.
And it's interesting to see Combine's been shooting the ball really well. And what does Coach West do? He goes to a 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
And it's actually the last two possessions, Combine shot threes, but they haven't been making them. Now, I know it's only 2 shots, but it's an interesting move.
Coach West is a little different from most coaches, where they say if you make the team is making threes, why go zone? He says if you're making threes, you know what? We're going to go zone and say, prove it to us.
And the refs are letting them play. As Trey stops and knocks down a huge.
That's huge. That's huge for Trey also.
Bucket.
Not just
bucket.
for DME, but for Trey also, because Trey needs to see that ball go through the hoop.
Yeah,
he builds off of that.
And Trey he's a freaky athlete, like one of those guys that you're like, wow. And he can really score the ball in bunches.
Yep.
So to see him knock one down early, I think that's going to help DME. And right there,
slow on the rotation, that'll get you.
That's Adoh with his first bucket and 3. And it looks like Combine back into their 1-3-1.
Yep.
As Dalf makes a nice play.
Wow.
But again, 2 charges so far for Combine.
I would love to go back and see if I can watch that one on film. I think that guy might have been inside the circle there. I don't know if he was on the outside of it. And plus, Dalf was already in the air. You got to give the guy a chance to come down the lane. But, hey, can't get that one back, you know?
Yep. DME in their zone here again.
Yep.
Scores 24-9. Quick early lead for Combine. Mid-range floater, and they are in a groove. Miles now checked into the game. Skip pass to Trey. Shot rattled in and out. Looks good.
The only thing I don't like right now is I would like for us to move the ball inside and then out. Wow. Guy just comes and stops on a dime. Big rebound.
Peter with the strong rebound. He's fouled. But it seems to be their style. They're coming. They're aggressive. They're shooting the ball. And it's not just one guy. It's everybody.
It's everybody. You're right.
Everybody.
You're right. I like this. We talk about high energy and having mojo. We got a
nice block shot there by Solomon on Trey.
He is a nice rim protector. We don't have that on our end.
Turnover.
We got to push him.
Miles to Chris. And he got blocked once before. He's smart on this end. Learned from his mistake. Shot fake, gets him in the air, and draws a foul.
Now, I'm going to tell you something about that play right there. Most people would try to just go straight up. But he recognized who this guy is coming in behind him. And he jump stopped and waited. Gave him a pump fake and got the foul. And now, you know what that does? That's a foul added to the big guy. So they're leading scorer right now, you know? And over time, that right there is going to catch up with it. That is a high basketball IQ move right there. He goes to the line. freebies, and we got the guy in foul trouble. Well, not so much in foul trouble, but he picks up
he picks up his first.
a silly foul that he didn't need.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, Chris gets a chance to knock down some points at the free throw line where both Keegan and Chris are very effective. And big fella, three-pointer, no good.
Dalf got away with one there.
Chris to Trey.
There's a mismatch. Miles has it. Great read.
They go into Miles, and he finishes.
Exactly.
And the versatility of this team, you know, like Chris just rebounded the ball. He's their forward. He brings the ball up the floor and passes it into the post to their point guard.
Yeah.
You know, it's very interesting, the versatility, but wow. Adoh, his second. Every time DME makes a nice play, Combine is there to answer. Dalf now to Miles. He's unable to finish at the rim.
But, hey, I like us attacking that 1-3-1. You get to the middle of the floor, trying to get something out of it. Just got to be able to capitalize because right now the margin of error is so small, you know.
And Combine calls a timeout here. They have a 16-point lead. I'm pretty positive DME has not seen this big of a deficit all season, whether it's against a junior college or when they went up and played against Florida Southern. They have not seen this much of a lead from the other team.
And you're exactly right. I was with them when we went to Daytona State. We played that game so very well. That game went down to the wire. And they have not seen or have not been behind in a game as much like this. And not only that, you know, even when we played against those junior college teams, they had a lot of energy. But I'm telling you right now, this Combine team has a lot of energy. They have a lot of swag right now. They have a lot of mojo right now. And I like it. It's making us feel like, you know, hey, we got to step our game up, you know, and be able to match it, and Coach is trying to find the right people that's going to do that.
Yep, definitely. And Coach West switches it up and goes to his man-to-man defense. Knowing
he got 5 seconds on the shot clock. I like this. They're not used. He didn't see it. That's a shot clock violation.
Doesn't hit the rim. It's DME ball. And, you know, that's bad awareness from Combine, and hopefully that'll lead to some momentum here for DME. And it's funny because there's one coach here at DME among all of our teams who is a 1-3-1 expert, and that is Coach West. Mm-hmm. He has coached a 1-3-1 on every team here at DME that he's ever coached. This is his first year. He has not ran a 1-3-1. And so I feel confident he's going to know how to beat it.
Well, I'm sure he knows how to beat it. That's not the issue. Mm-hmm. The issue is the 5 guys that's on the floor. Can they execute and can they beat it?
Yep, definitely. And right now, can they stop Combine? Combine is coming. Right there, that's Brown for his second basket. Mm-hmm. And the score is 31-13. Lob pass to Chris Murray. He's fouled, and he takes a hard fall, but he's okay. And that's a good heads-up play by Trey. And here comes Keegan, who's been the leading scorer for DME all season. And I'm excited to see how he does. Hopefully he can shoot Combine out of this 1-3-1.
And that's a smart move early, where sometimes your best player is not going right away from the jump, you know? Mm-hmm. So you kind of sit them down, kind of let them watch a little bit, understand what's going on. It's not to punish them or anything like that, but it's to kind of allow them to relax so that when they come back in the second go-around, they're ready, you know?
Yep.
And I think he's going to be just fine. I think they're going to come back to him. I mean, I think he went, 0 for 5 on threes or 0 for 4?
Yep, something like that.
You know, so now you're saying, hey, look, relax. Come in. And good job. One man. I wish we need other people from DME to help get on the glass there. And look at this guy.
Chris Murray has showed up today. On the defensive end, he's their leading scorer. It's only 7 points, but out of the 16, he's really, really showed up and done a good job so far. And right there, Blackwell again, he's got 9. He's a really talented little guard
I
for
like
Combine.
him. He's quick off the bounce. Uh-oh.
Beautiful, beautiful. It wasn't actually a beautiful play, but leaving him open and getting him an open shot is exactly what DME needed.
And he saw the ball go through the hoop. You know what that means, Coach.
Yep, that's trouble.
Yep. Good D.
Blackwell.
Come on, got to stay with him, Peter.
Wow, this kid is talented. I'm really impressed from this kid. He's got 12 points early. He's got a third of his team's points, but
he is
it's
rocking
the
and
way
rolling.
he's scoring. He is really, really talented for Combine Academy.
I like it. He's got a little. I told you that 1-2 dribble bounce he has. It puts him. I know about it, man. He may be what, 5'10", 5'11", maybe 6 feet, but I've seen that so many times from smaller guards where we have to be that type of point guard. We have to have that type of quickness in our game where you're coming off of it. You got to go 1-2 dribble bounce and be ready to get into a shot because these guys are 6'8", 6'9", long, athletic. It puts a little strain on our depth perception sometimes. So you got to be able to counter that with your speed. And this guy here, I mean, Coach, he is. We like to say he's cooking.
Oh yeah, he's cooking. And what I'm excited about is the fact that DME is down by 18 points in 12 minutes. I'm excited because they've had it so easy this season. They have absolutely bullied every team they play on the rebounds. You know, they've blown out most teams that they play.
Right.
And I'm glad that they're seeing this adversity, and I'm excited to see how they react to it.
And that's what life is all about. How do you handle adversity? And once again, there he is.
Keegan with the and one mid-range jump shot. He has a silky smooth touch, especially around the basket. And right there, that was about 10, 12 feet, but it's so smooth, his touch, you know, and his finishing ability.
But once again, Coach, that goes back to what we talked about before. You go zone, and this is what Coach is telling them. I know how to beat the 1-3-1.
Yep.
Let's put a guy that's in the middle, all right? We got to get that ball into the middle of that zone there and let him make a decision on what he sees. That's illegal. Great
Illegal
call.
Screen. The momentum is starting to change a little bit. Coach West definitely laid into his guys in that timeout. And I think, you know, there's a different feeling on the floor.
Oh, backside. You know? He's wide open on the backside. Oh. Guess what? Guess where they got the ball to?
Right into their man. And he's got 7 quick ones after going 0 for early in the game. Uh-oh.
They're going to spread them out and play a little dribble drive here. I like this. I'm trying to teach my guys how to do this a little bit.
Nice block by Trey. Really nice play. And here comes Keegan to his brother. Finish. And here comes DME. 18-point lead cut to 11. And this crowd is getting excited. The bench is excited. Overtime is in the building filming. And right there, that's Nash kind of, you know, quieting the crowd.
Yeah, he once again, it is the hardest thing in basketball, Coach, is being able to keep the guy in front of you when he decides to go downhill. Straight line drives, and you got to sit there and you got to get in the stands and you got to work and move your feet and not let him penetrate and get by you. And he did a really good job. He got around Miles, and then on top of that, guess what he did? He kept him on his hip. He got back into Miles' body to draw that contact.
Yeah, big bucket. And every time DME starts to get on a lead,
Here
Combine's
comes
there,
yep.
And they make a big play. Miles now from deep, rattles in and out, but Peter's there to finish the play. And DME Blue has done a very good job and has made a living on the offensive glass all season.
That is correct. That's part of the staple of their identity. Look at that. That's a great defense there, but not to try to let him get middle.
Look at that defense by Trey.
And now we're all running. Now, I'm going to tell you what you did not see, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the guy from Combine may have a cramp in his hamstrings there. But for Chris, who was that? Chris or Keegan that made that layup there?
Chris.
What you guys did not see in that play that was really unselfish and was a great decision was Peter boxing out his man that was trying to come and contest that layup. Peter did a good job sealing them off. That gave Chris enough room to even go to the rim and still finish.
Great play there by DME all the way around, and they're cutting into this lead.
There's that blitz we saw from last night.
Nice play by Miles, and it may be showtime here.
Active hands.
And Trey with his second bucket, and that gets DME on their feet. The whole building is excited on that one, and he can do that.
Yes, he's a high flyer, man.
He's freaky athletic, and look at his stance on the defensive end. He has been locked in after coming off the bench today for DME. And he's got a tough matchup here with Blackwell. Switch by Chris. He gets into the body of Chris and draws contact. And for a small guard, that's what you got to do. You got to get into the body of those trees.
You got to be crafty. And that was a crafty play because really he went into the body to draw the contact, extended his arm, and then bounced back out. And that's tough. I thought they were going to let that play. I didn't think they were going to actually make a call on that because the offense initiated.
Yep.
But, hey.
And here goes Combine. And Chris walls up, does not foul, and he comes up with the rebound. And they find Trey on the other end, and he's unable to finish it. But there they go again. DME on the offensive glass. That's what they do. They have good size. The Twins are good offensive rebounders. And right there it's Keegan who gets his 9th point. Combine looks to match it. Solomon to the corner. That's Hill. His three's no good. Tipped out of bounds up by Trey. Good hustle.
That was a great hustle play. Great hustle play. I want to see Trey go with 2 hands, though.
And, Coach, it is right now a, 15-2 run in DME's favor after Combine got up 18 points. And Solomon, man, he's talented. He's really talented. He's got 11. Ball over to Keegan.
They got to get somebody back in the middle. Peter had a mixed match.
Spin move. Floater, no good. This time Combine comes up with the rebound. And the 1-3-1 is made. And that's a foul.
That's a great. Good job. Good job.
And the 1-3-1 is effective because it's forcing DME to make slow passes, lob passes.
Way over the top. Yep.
So they're able to close out on shooters, and they're able to, disrupt the offense. This is Brown at the free throw line. He knocks down the first one. He's got 6 points now for Combine. Michi comes back into the game. He hasn't played much in this game so far. He played about the first 5 minutes. He sat for about 10. I'm excited to see him come back in and be aggressive against this 1-3-1 zone. They're going to need him. Trey had some really good minutes. Ball inside to Keegan. Misses the first one, gets his own rebound. He's blocked, and Peters there to finish it with the and one. Peters coming off the bench and had some big minutes. This bench for DME has came to play. And they've cut this lead to 6 for Combine. And Chris will come out of the game. This is his first rest. He played the first 16 minutes straight, which goes to show his conditioning and his real value to this team. Coach West trusts him, and he keeps him on the floor as long as he can.
You got to have a glue guy. And right now, Chris is that glue guy for DME.
and also their leading scorer with 11. And Solomon comes in with the aggressive tip dunk. Miles,
out of control.
A little out of control, loses the handle.
This is not what we want to do as DME. That's a foul.
Yep, that's a foul. Not a smart one.
You know what, though? I think I would take that from him. Peter was trying to prevent the transition. We got a guy that was down, people out of position. You know, that was pretty smart.
Only problem now is now they're in the bonus.
Yeah.
And now they'll get a chance to knock down some free throws for Brown.
I'm sure Coach West would not have wanted that. You know, he would prefer that Peter plays with his hands up and move his feet and be ready. I think Peter kind of gave up on the play, but was trying to say, hey, look, I'm going to take one for the team.
And he misses it.
And he misses it.
He misses it.
So it works out.
It works out in DME's favor. Beautiful pass by Miles to the shooter in Delph. Just not able to make it. They have not made a whole bunch of threes yet today. But great hustle play by Delph there to hit the ball off of Combine, and it'll be DME's basketball.
Uh-oh. Is there a tech? No. He called a what did he call?
I'm not sure what he called there. Coach West going with his three best ball handlers and Miles, Delph, and Michi. But do you see how this DME offense is very slow?
Yeah, and I told you that was a great idea by Combine to go to zone, go to this 1-3-1, kind of space everybody out.
Nice play there by Dow, finding the open Michi, and Michi with his first bucket of the game, but a big one.
A big one.
Cut it to 4, which it hasn't been this close since the jump. Nice, beautiful. Miles out in transition here.
Keep running. Somebody needs to run to the rim.
And Peter stops, unable to finish it. But that touch by Keegan, I mean, it's so soft on that rim.
I'm telling you, that kid right there is something special. He's got a lot of stuff in his bag, a lot of tricks in his bag.
Oh yeah. He can really put the ball in the basket.
Can't wait to see him next year at the next level.
And that's Solomon. You don't want to leave him open. Offensive rebound, no good. Michi with the rebound. DME with a chance to tie it up here as Michi drives it hard, and he is fouled hard. It looks like DJ is going to come check in and get Peter here. Peter had some great minutes off the bench.
I like that from Michi. Once again, we talk about, because that really has limited, Combine has really limited DME's transition points. And anytime we can get something like that where you're going downhill, you're putting the pressure on the defense, you know, it works in our favor, even though he misses the first free throw. But this is a great opportunity. He hits a big three. Now he's attacking. It's building his confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And the only thing was, I think Keegan was open in that corner right there. I know he hasn't hit one yet, but they're coming. Lead is 2-1.
With 2 minutes to play.
What a half.
First half.
An exciting game. Both teams are so talented.
Good job.
And that's a Delft steal, and it's showtime. And Michi is fouled hard by Brown. There's 2 Browns for Combine, 0 and 1. That was 0 who fouled him. And Michi will go back to the line where he just split a pair. Misses the first. And Chris checks back in after about a minute and a half of rest.
I told you he's your glue guy. You got to find ways to give him some minutes here and there to get some rest. This guy, he is definitely a plus when he's on the floor.
And we have a tie ball game. Floater, no good. Not easy shooting those floaters over those trees. And Keegan, Chris, DJ, those longer guys. Keegan looking to be aggressive here. Gets all the way to the rim, and he is fouled. And DME, with a minute and a half left, after being down 18 points, is about to take the lead.
Basketball is a game of matchups, and right now, Combine, they don't have enough height at all those positions. They're about to go to a sub, though, and try to counter that.
And Combine looks like they're a little bit running out of juice. They came out with all the energy, but DME has countered it and really punched them right back. And Keegan now with 13 points is the leading scorer along with Solomon in the game.
Well, we're on pace for 100 tonight. I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. And that's a middle drive, but Dalf with the quick hands. Almost a turnover there. And, he's feeling it. That's Keegan Murray, 16 points after being 0 for 4 early.
There you go.
He finishes this half. Actually, it's not over yet, but he's got 16. He is a gifted scorer, Keegan Murray.
Credit to assist to Michi right there. Pulling up in transition, decided to share the ball with one of the best players on the team. Find him in rhythm because this guy's getting hot.
And we've had some really talented post-grads, like super talented. Each year we have some really, really exciting guys to watch. And this year, this post-grad blue team could be the best team in the post-grad world at DME.
I don't think those other guys would say that. I'm sure if
they
were watching and listening, I'm sure those other guys.
It's really hard to say, but
you're going to make those guys come back and put on a jersey.
I know. And it's funny because we got a chance to play at Daytona State, and we sent 2 guys there.
Yep.
2 very talented guys in Demarius Walsh and Jacob Tracy. Two greats here at DME, and very excited to get a chance to watch them play. But this team is really, really talented, and it's led right now by Chris and Keegan Murray.
Let's see what Combine's do coming out of this time out here. They went to a 1-4 set, a high 1-4 set. They put Mr. Brown on the wing, Blackwell on the wing.
And Blackwell started off really, really well, but DME has really picked it up on him.
Yeah.
Michi right there deflecting his pass out of bounds and really not letting him get anything easy. And he's going to isolate here on Keegan.
I don't know if he wants to do that.
Little hesitation move.
I don't think
Keegan,
he wants to do that.
Keegan blocks it. And here comes Michi with the finish. Michi now with 7, all in the last 3 or 4 minutes. And DME now with a 7-point lead.
The tide has turned. DME Blue said that we are protecting this home court. Another missed shot turns into another transition break.
And this DME team really relies on their transition offense to score. And they're really, really tough in transition because it's anybody who can push the break. Keegan and Chris are 2 of their best rebounders, and when they get the rebound, they're out.
And so it's not like they're jogging.
No.
They're actually sprinting.
Yeah, and you got good lane runners like Trey and like Jorge. And right there, it was Chris who filled the lane. But it's very tough to guard them in transition. And early, Combine did a good job not letting them get in transition because they were making shots, but they started to miss a couple shots, and here comes DME. 7 seconds left, 5. Nice drive, unable to score. Half-court shot by Dalf is no good. The score is 51-43. DME comes back from an 18-point deficit, and they go into halftime with an 8-point lead, and we will take a short break. And we are back. Score is 51-43. DME comes back with the lead, and it has been the Keegan Murray show to finish that second half. And to finish that first half. Early, it was the Chris Murray show. And excited to see this second half. What do you think, Coach?
I'm ready to see what we're going to do offensively. They come back into the 1-3-1. And we can still attack it, because I think that Combine has decided that, hey, look, we can't play them man-to-man. We want to be able to slow them down and prevent them from doing stuff as we turn the ball over there.
And that is a late whistle. You know, that's a late whistle. I don't know about that call.
I think this is how Combine is going to try to stay in the game by forcing us to, continue to play against that 1-3-1. And they're going to say, hey, you're going to have to beat us shooting deep threes. Yep. We're going to take a chance on you, making wild passes. On the other end, I think we got to continue to not just fall in love with the threes, but move the ball around against the 1-3-1, get it inside to the middle. Let that middle person see what they got from people low. And on the wings on the backside.
Yep, definitely. Michi now with the ball. Skips it to Jorge. And again, these are all slow passes for DME.
Yep.
Ball into Keegan. Shot clock at 9.
That's a shooter.
He will shoot it from about 35 feet.
And see, what we fail to realize right now, as Jorge attached the rim, that's 3 times Jorge has been there on the glass. They have a smaller guy that's in the hole. That's on the backside. DJ is 6'8", 6'9".
Yep, definitely. That's a weakness. And Jorge fouls him there as Adoh will go back to the free throw line. He's got 7 points here, including 2 3-pointers.
That's why I would like for us to swing it around a couple of times, because even in the first half, we had a great look where the ball started on the strong side. It got swung over here towards us, and it was Chris that was sneaking in on the back side, because the back person of the 1-3-1 had to guard Peter, who was posting up on the strong side block. There are gaps in this zone defense.
Little sloppy pass there. Keegan now just in shooting range. Michi now with the ball. Drives all the way to the rim, and he is fouled. And what I tell my guys when I play against a 1-3-1 is attack the middle guy. If you're going to drive it, don't worry about the guy trying to mess with you and in the passing lanes. Drive it right in that middle and create a play, whether it's for yourself or whether for your teammates on the bottom, DJ on the bottom, or your corner guys. A lot of guys get messed up and start playing ring around the rosy, passing the ball really high.
Yep.
And right there, Michi did just that. He drove it right to the basket and was rewarded with 2 free throws.
And once again, another player with a foul.
Blackwell now to Solomon. Those are their 2 top guys. To the corner to Adoh. And he got away with a walk there. DJ with a block.
There you go, DJ.
Big possession there by DME, protecting the rim. And here's Chris Murray all the way to the rim, and he finishes. And he got hit in the face there.
Combine's confused. They're asking, who's stopping this guy? This guy just had a straight line drive, and there was no help rotation.
And these 2 twins signed to Iowa are just exciting to watch. They don't show much emotion.
No, they don't.
Chris has 15 and Keegan has 18 points. They're the 2 leading scorers in the game, and you wouldn't even know it.
Their demeanor is so calm and cool. They don't get too high. They don't get rattled. You kind of wish sometimes that they had a little bit more oomph in them when things are going their way. But that's a great defense there by Jorge. I wish more guys would understand how to play defense like Jorge just did. Playing with your hands up, taking the contact up on your chest.
Bang, bang, bang. Keegan Murray, 21 points.
He called it. He's getting ready to call timeout. Nope.
15-point lead for DME. What a turn of events in this game. I mean, DME was down by 18 points early, and right now they hold a 15-point lead.
20. It's a game of runs, my friend. It's a game of runs. And notice,
good play there
wow.
for Combine. Leaves Solomon open, unable to knock it down. And Jorge makes a lot of plays for this team. He's only got 4 points, but he makes a lot of defensive plays, rebounds the ball, makes good decisions.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And there's Chris.
Chris says, I'm not going to let my brother be the best shooter in the house tonight. I can do this too.
And Chris now gives DME a big lift, and he's been solid all game long.
And I'm sure Combine is like, man, that guy just hit a three. Y'all going to get out and guard him? Hey, wait a minute. That's his brother.
Yeah, and it's funny because if Chris wasn't a lefty, a lot of, outside of the number,
oh, man,
it'd be hard to tell. Who is this guy?
We've gone to places where officials have made the call on one of them and it should have been on the other one, and they're looking around. They're like, wait a minute, I'm seeing doubles, And we're trying to tell them, hey, you called that one on the wrong person because the other one's over here. But no, they are really solid, good guards, man. I'm telling you, on the next level, Iowa have found them a gem in both of them. And what I mean by that is these guys are not just great players on the floor, but they are great guys off the floor. Mm-hmm. Great character guys. They do the little things. They always spend time on their craft. They're yes, sir, no, sir type of guys. And it's been a pleasure to work with them and watch them. Man, I would pay a ticket anywhere to go keep watching these guys play.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And look at this. And look at this. DME says, hey, we got the best 1-3-1 in the Southeast. Never mind.
I don't know.
And Blackwell.
As Coach West looks over here to us, he said, hey, we wanted to see what they were going to do against
a 1-3-1 show, and Keegan Murray almost returns the favor.
Yeah.
This Blackwell kid with the ball now, he is so talented. That was a travel. And Jorge blocks it out of bounds. DME's got a bunch of blocks today.
Without fouling. I like that. It takes a skill set to learn how to block without fouling. The guy's got to travel first.
And that's Adoh being guarded by Jorge. Jorge is a very good defender. He's a solid role player. He does everything right, and that's why he gets so many minutes for this team. Good pass by Michi and three-pointer by Chris, and it is raining in here. Raining three-pointers.
Yes.
Blackwell now being guarded by Michi. And that's Nash being harassed by Jorge. Good ball movement here. Contested three-pointer by Nash is no good. Rebounded by Keegan. Michi's pass is deflected and stolen. Mid-range jumper, just long. And DME has numbers. Michi is fouled in the open court. That's a smart foul by Combine, slowing the transition.
Mm-hmm. This has been a turn of events. I tell you, where DME looked like they were going to be on the ropes for a while.
And Michi knocks down a deep one. And this crowd is excited.
I like it. The energy. They're feeding off of it.
Deep three-pointer off the mark for Nash. And coach is going to get him out of the game after missing two deep threes. Not a great shot selection. When you're down by 20-plus points, you don't need to make it all up in one possession. It's going to take time.
I don't think there is a basket that's like that.
Not yet.
You know.
And Chris Murray misses one, but this entire crowd stood up. And that's Hill from the corner. He knocks it down in transition.
That gives them a little hope, you know.
Yep.
But still, though, their energy is still flat. They are taking this one a lot harder than we took it.
Michi's three-pointer is long, and that was a quick one.
That was a heat check.
You know, I'm not in love with quick shots. You got a 20-point lead, 18 now. You want to get exactly what you want. Don't take quick shots, and here comes Keegan.
Look at this guy
and
taking
he
it straight to the rim.
finishes strong at the basket.
See, and this is why, you know, some guys have a higher basketball IQ. This guy, instead of settling for a three in transition, or, you know, he takes it to the rim. He's 6'8", can use his left hand. You know what? He's originally a left-hander. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He shoots everything right hand and everything, but he writes. I think he told me he writes with his left hand and still does everything left-handed, but he wanted to be different. So he wanted to shoot with his right hand.
Wow. What a play there by Keegan. Now he has 24 points. And Combine is led by number 4, Solomon, and number 3, Blackwell. Two very talented guys.
That was a great idea by Michi trying to find DJ underneath the rim there.
And right on, nope, misses it.
He tried to throw
Tries to tip it out of bounds off of DJ, but Blackwell comes up with it. And he finds his teammate Brown unable to score it. And the smallest guy on the floor.
This guy here.
Rebound. He's got some fight to him. Solomon from about 35 feet. No good.
And this is smart right here by DME. Well, kind of slow it down. Well,
And Michi
hit him with a change
tried to
pace.
hammer it.
Yep.
And the floater's no good for Combine. Put back no good. Chris with the rebound. Throws it up to Keegan. DME has numbers. And Michi will take a three-pointer. Looks a little gassed here.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those couple of possessions right there, but hey, you're up by 20. You still got to play hard. Michi's trying to foul to get out the game. He's gassed.
Big shot there by Blackwell. He's got 17 points on the game.
He's not the only one that's gassed. Number 4 is gassed.
Yep, they're all exhausted. And that 1-3-1 will tire you out.
Yeah, because you're ripping and running around the top.
Yep.
But that's the I don't know what else Combine can do to really slow DME down, you know, and kind of switch it up. You know, usually in these type of games, you want to switch your defense up because one thing's not working and you want to show something else. You know, maybe that'll play into your favor. But right now, it looks like Combine is going to try to stay in the 1-3-1 here.
Yeah, and it's been hot and cold with the 1-3-1, especially early. It was hot. The DME took a while to adjust, but with any zone, once a team figures it out, you got to get out of it. You know, and it's the same thing. I run a lot of 2-3, and you don't want to run it all game because eventually
they're going to catch
They're
on.
going to figure it out.
Yep.
They're going to start feeling confident, and once a team feels confident against a zone, it's tough. Coach West made some substitutions here. And right off the bench, Douth misses a three-pointer, but Chris on the offensive glass, where he has made an absolute living all season so far, grows this lead to 19. Dribble weave here by Combine. Solomon finds it, loses the handle, gets to the rim, and Solomon finishes it, and Chris Murray picks up the foul there. I don't know how many that is on Chris, but Solomon is very, very talented.
I think they're finna get out of this one. Oh, he misses the and one. And they get out of this 1-3-1 here. Nope.
Still in it.
Still in it.
They're believing in it. Almost a turnover there by DME. Trey to Miles, three-pointer. And no good, but Keegan is there to tip it back in.
See, that's tough when your smallest man on the backside is only, 6 feet maybe, if that.
Big bucket by Blackwell. He's got 20.
He's a firecracker. I love him.
This kid
but
is
you
so
can't
talented.
sit there. You can't have him trying to box a 6'8" guy out when shots go up,
And that ball by Dalf needs to get thrown in the air.
Right.
Don't throw it low, especially against a 1-3-1. The guards are low. So you want to throw the balls high against that zone. And it's only a 14-point lead now. Dalf to Miles. Back to Dalf, to the corner to Chris. Three-pointer. No good. But there's Trey tracking down rebounds.
Using his athleticism to get there. I'm telling you, that right there is going to help him out in the long run.
And Dalf, back-to-back turnovers and back-to-back buckets by Combine. It's a 12-point ball game. Combine's got some life now. Another turnover. And missed the dunk. DME's not hustling back on defense.
Uh-oh.
And I know Coach West is heated right now.
Yep.
Dalf misses it, but Keegan's there to clean up the mess. And the last 3 buckets for DME have been on the offensive glass. 1 by Chris and 2 by Keegan. And big steal there by Chris.
Right on time.
And I know we talk a lot about the Twins. They're very talented. But I am so impressed, especially with Chris on the defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
I am, very, very excited to watch him on defense.
I'm trying to tell you, hey, he's going to be special. People are sleeping on Chris.
And Trey there with the deep 3, his second of the game.
That was big. I'm telling you, these guys, they're playing at another level right now. Even though we had a couple of turnovers.
Miles with the rebound up to Keegan.
That's what he's going to do.
Three-pointer, that's a quick one.
I take that. Your best shooter in transition.
And another turnover. These turnovers are starting to get to us. Now, they're making good plays, but when you get on a stretch of a lot of turnovers, this Combine team's good. They're going to make you pay.
You're right. As Combine coach just takes the time out here, at the end of the day, I don't think they have enough gas in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
Combine, that is. They don't have enough in the tank to run with these horses of DME.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It takes a lot because DME likes to run.
Yep.
They get out and they run. They're deep. They got a lot of guys. And they have 82 points. There's 9.5 minutes left to play.
I told you we're going to 100.
These guys score the ball. They can really score it. And led by Keegan and Chris, they've combined for 50 so far.
And so with that being said, that puts a lot of stress on Combine, because now you're trying to figure out, guys, how can we slow them down? How can we get back into this game? Because they're finishing. They're making shots. And the killer is they're getting out in transition. And so when we get out, when we come down the floor, if we can't score, it's not even trading baskets right now. DME is just scoring way too much for us. And you got to try to figure out how to throw a wrench into this. They kind of mix it up for DME. But I love the way that DME is responding, though. You know what I'm saying? They're not settling.
Yep. And Coach West goes with Peter here. Peter had some really good minutes early in this game, and also yesterday. He finished the game against Victory Rock with 13 big points. And he's an energy guy.
Yeah.
Comes in, brings a lot of energy.
Always smiling, high energy guy.
He's a goofy guy off the court, but on the court, he's a battler. He's tough, and he plays really, really hard with a lot of energy.
Let's see what Combine does right here with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. They go back to another high ball. Oh, screen, he rejects it.
This kid is so talented. Blackwell from Combine Academy. He's special.
He is special.
He's just a little guy, but he's so talented. He took 2 charges in this game.
I told you, he's a firecracker, and they feed off of him.
Trey with the step back mid-range jumper, and he's hit on the elbow. That's that Dirk Nowitzki shot where you raise up and you get hit on that elbow. Obviously, Dirk Nowitzki doesn't jump as high as Trey, but he shoots those fadeaways in the corners.
It's kind of difficult when you're 7-1. You're already up that high.
Mm-hmm. First one's good for Trey. Trey's got 9 points off the bench today, and he has been on a mission. He came in defensively as a monster, and he's hit some big shots offensively too.
And that's what a lot of guys don't realize, that, hey, my defense can create for my offense.
Mm-hmm.
Let me come in and play great defense. Coach will reward me for being on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Trey picked up a silly foul there. Or maybe not Trey.
And that was Peter. You know, he on the defense, the pick and roll, high pick and roll, you don't want to let the guard split. This guy's talented. And the worst thing you can do is let him split, because then he's got numbers.
Right.
And he's in the middle of the floor.
That's another foul.
Peter picks up
that
2. And now
that's Peter. Peter's got to do a better job. I don't like that idea of him trying to hedge so hard. You know,
especially so high up the floor.
Exactly. This guy is 5 to 7 feet away from the three-point line, NBA three-point line, and they're going to run it. Oh, I thought they were going to come back again. That would have put them in the bonus if they would have got Peter in foul trouble again.
And that's a one dribble pull up by Solomon. He's playing the center position.
Yeah.
You know, and he's making plays like that.
He looks like he's going to be a stretch 4 on the next level.
Yep. And Miles turns the ball over there, and these turnovers are starting to give Combine life.
Yeah.
You know, they cut into this lead a little bit. It's still 15, but there's 8 minutes to play. This game is far from over.
And you know, and stuff like this, we try to tell our kids that, you know, hey, look, hope is not a strategy.
And here comes Solomon. He's got 22.
A little pick and pop 2-man game there. You guys, you leaving the door open for them. That was a soft pass.
That was a kick ball. And Coach West brings back Chris Murray for Peter. Smaller lineup. Got the 2 twins as their 2 biggest guys, so it's really just all guards on the floor.
Yeah.
And, you know, gives them versatility defensively especially.
Somebody's open. Look at that. You got
Chris.
Exactly.
Chris is so good around the basket.
And that's what I was talking about. You got that guy that's – Blackwell is good, and they're hiding him on defense. But you got a 6'8" guy that's posting up. Wow. High ball screen.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, this is so exciting, the talent on this floor.
There's a lot of D1 guys.
Skip pass, Dalf, no good. Trey, offensive rebound to Chris, to Miles.
That's a charge. Ooh, wow.
Floater, no call. That would have been Blackwell's 3rd charge of the game, but it was not called. And Miles,
yeah, he got away with one.
Miles has 4 points off the bench.
Uh-oh. Good rebound. Right now, that's their best offense.
Nice pass. Nice extra pass. And Miles with 5 straight points. Big play there by Miles.
Huge.
Big 3. And Combine comes, and then there's Miles with 2 straight possessions to end that lead, to end that momentum.
And see, and this is great for DME. You know, if you can get the ball out of Blackwell's hand, because right now the other two guards on the other three guards on the floor, they don't seem like they really want the ball.
Yeah, they're shooters.
Yeah,
you know,
they're
they got one
guys.
creator.
Yeah.
In Blackwell, and he makes them go.
And then you asking Solomon to put the ball on the floor, you know, when he's more of a, he got to get off the rim. No, they can't do that.
And Keegan's closing in on 30. I lost track. I think he has 28 points, and his brother's got 25. And Trey's stepping up, and he's taking the challenge. He picks up the foul there, but I love the, you know, the mindset where he's like, this guy's killing us. I want to step up. I want to take him, and he's really making him work.
And not only that, I mean, you want to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation to make yourself better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Trey needs to showcase to these coaches that, hey, I can play defense against faster guards. With my wingspans, my athleticism, I can play defense. It's not just me trying to play offense.
Trey now, mid-range jumper, no good. That's tipped out. That looks like it was off Adoh, and it's DME ball. Back comes Nash, and they bring out their offense in Blackwell. Miles takes the quick three and bucket. Miles has caught fire here. He's got eight straight points for DME. He's now in double figures with 10. Solomon with a quick trigger.
Another offensive rebound by them.
And I didn't see exactly what happened, but ball out of bounds. And in comes Devin for Coach West in this post-grad blue team, as DME's now got their largest lead of the night with 21.
Yep.
And I'd
Too
say
easy.
under 5 minutes. I know there's a lot of time left, but I'd say this game is just about over. 23 points. Coach from Combine is going to his bench here.
Yep.
And Combine looks confused without Blackwell. I don't know if he sat this entire game up until now, but their offense looks very stagnant.
There's no movement, like you just said. Nobody. They're confused, and that's what usually happens when your best player has the ball 90% of the time. He makes things happen.
And look at that by Trey.
Trey just playing great defense.
Trey now with 12 points off the bench. He gave DME a huge lift today. Huge lift. And you know, he's been playing well. That's a nice play there and good pass by Solomon. I haven't seen that much. They haven't run a whole lot of offense today outside of just pick and roll, pick and pop. And they must not know that's in his range. And Keegan picks up the foul. DME has just crossed the century mark with Trey's finish. And DJ will check back in for Keegan, who had an incredible game today. Close to 30 points. I believe he had 28.
You know, one thing about those two guys, man, they're so consistent. So consistent. And that's what you need to be able to play at the next level, man. There's a lot of guys don't understand that you got to play your role. You got to play it hard. And it starts in practice, man. You know, these guys are great guys, man. I can't stop talking about them, you know.
Yeah.
Because they're great leaders. Even though they're quiet leaders, they lead by example. They're not the rah-rah guys, but just talking with them, they understand what the expectations is.
Miles, three-pointer, no good. Chris.
Another rebound.
Pulls down that rebound, and he is such a good offensive rebounder. So talented, the two twins.
Yes.
In many different ways. And maybe the number one way is their work ethic. And that's how they've become such good players and such good shooters. As Chris knocks down his 28th point.
Only 28?
Yeah, that's all. 29.
29.
3 minutes to go. DME holding on to a 102-79 lead after being down 18 points early in this first half. They have not slowed down since. Trey to Chris, running the floor, finish.
Yeah. Combine saying timeout.
I believe
he's tired of seeing this.
This is Chris's season high with 31.
So if I'm Coach West, Coach Matt, what do we talk about? Because the thing is, we bounced back from a 20-point deficit.
Yep. I think the big thing right now that I'm telling my team is discipline. Like I'm really happy we won this game. You guys did a good job. You fought, but this isn't our season. We have a lot of tough games ahead of us, and I want to finish the game the right way. I may work on something that I haven't had a chance to work on in a game. I may throw in the 2-3 zone or whatever Coach West wants to work on. But the big thing I'm going to talk about is discipline. Yeah, we're going to win the game. There's 3 minutes left. We're up 25 points. But that doesn't mean that we joke around, we mess around. No, stay the course, stay disciplined, and make sure we finish the game out the right way.
And that's so huge for 18, 19-year-olds, man, because they don't understand that concept at times where that's what we're asking. We're asking you to grow up because the next level is so much harder.
Yeah.
Every time you go to the next level, you got guys that are bigger, stronger, and faster than you are right now. And in order to compete with them, discipline is huge. You can't come in with this high school mentality, oh, I was the big fish at my school. Because you know what? Now you're a small fish in this place now.
Yep. And we got NJIT watching, Division I school. We also have Overtime filming this game. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube and Instagram and all the social media platforms. And that was Adoh knocking down the three-pointer for Combine. They're not quitting.
No, they're not. And that was a great play coming out of the ATO.
And this is Michi now with the ball. Dribbling around. Gets all the way to the basket against this 1-3-1.
That was a great point guard move there.
And that's something that will really, really make a coach mad is when you're playing zone and the point guard just dribbles all the way in for a layup.
One guy just dribbled around 4 people.
DJ up to Trey. Lob pass to Michi, and he has a hard fall.
Yeah.
He's okay. He walks it off. I think Dalf is going to get him here.
He should. I don't like that idea. You're up 20-some points, almost 30-some points, and now you're trying to showboat and throw a little lob on the backside. Mm-hmm. You never know how other people may take that, you know.
Yeah, and also you don't want to get hurt. The game is won. You just got to finish the game strong.
Right.
I don't want to see anybody get hurt over something silly like that.
Mismatch, give it to him.
Peter, inside, out, three-pointer, no good. This is Black all the way to the basket. He's talented. He made a nice move early in this game. I just don't think he got to see the floor that much. Nice move by Michi and strong take.
Strong take.
He's got 14 points, and Combine turns the ball over. One minute and 13 seconds to go. DME 108-84. Dalf with the ball. And he drives it, finishes with his left hand. Very good shooter, and it's exciting to see him, make a play like that at the basket, which I don't see that often.
No, we don't. We don't. I just want to see us go ahead and get out of this. Both teams, nobody gets hurt here.
Yeah, and Combine looks like they are gassed. Everybody's on their knees here. They're exhausted. They fought hard today.
They did.
They just came up a little short after catching fire.
Oh my
early.
goodness.
And I remember speaking to you. We were down 18, and I was excited to hear or to see how we reacted to the adversity, and we reacted very well.
Very well.
We fought. We didn't quit. And we came out and we kind of, in a way, bullied this team inside and out, especially in the second half and late in that first half.
We didn't give up. We didn't, for a second, we kind of got out of who we were, and that timeout that Coach West got into his players, trying to figure out what is wrong with them, trying to get them inspired to play better, and they responded well. And Coach West doesn't usually do that. I mean, you have to pick your points, your times when you do that with players. You can't use that as a go-to move all the time.
Definitely. And just two possessions left in this game. Devin is fouled on a three-pointer, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot three. So Devin is the last guy on this team who has not scored. Everybody's, chipped into this 112 points so far, and Devin gets a chance to chip in himself.
Hey, not just one chance. He gets 3 chances.
Oh, yeah. And he knocks down the first. So everybody on this post-grad blue team has scored, and it's all smiles, and everybody's happy in the stands as DME will pull out a very hard-fought win. I know the score doesn't show it, but this Combine team is super talented, led by Blackwell and Solomon.
Yes.
That 1-2 punch is maybe the best 1-2 punch this team has played all season long. And Michi should dribble this ball out. There should not be another shot taken.
I like the way the Combine fought, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, they came out, they were hot, they made shots, they really put DME in the bind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
really, it was almost like a boxing match in the beginning, man.
Yep.
Like you come out and you're taking Combine's first couple of shots, and then they just start welling on your body, and we were stagnant and we were hanging on the ropes asking for, hey, can we just get out of round one? Because this one hurts right now. And we were able to get out of it. And it was just coming back like, I don't know if we were doing the rope-a-dope with Muhammad Ali, just acting like, hey, we need to be in this situation in order to come out and figure out who we really are. But like you said, we have not been tested with another post-grad team this season.
Yep.
And I tip my hat to Combine, man, because they gave us a good scare.
Oh, yeah. And the score is not going to show it. We're going to tweet this out. Everybody's going to see, oh, man, DME killed them 114-85. It wasn't even a close game, but that was not the story here today. And
not the first half.
Definitely not. Thank you guys for watching. This is Matt and Steve, and we are signing off.
We'll see you tomorrow.